Good evening and welcome to Next Gen Season 14. This is the Emily Linscott Radical SR3s from round number 4 at the Red Bull Ring. It's looking quite dry. We have 9 drivers tonight. We have web user Johnny, he's got live 85, NGR Fraser, Slider Gas 28, Sandwalk 3, Seeks 44, Boyer Axa 14, Gaza 1, 2, 3, and last but not least, Jamie WRX. So as we set to go racing then for round number 4, this is qualifying. We have 15 minutes worth of it, now 14 as everyone goes around the track. See if we can find someone. There's Gaza. Jamie coming around to the back of the final couple of corners, trying to get the heat in the tyres. A little bit of a cut on entry, but that won't help his time. But let's go on board with him. So we come down the start finish straight into Castrol Edge at turn number 1 of this 2.683 mile circuit. Then up towards Ramus for turn number 2. Still trying to get heat in the tyres, but we'll continue on anyway. Why not? Flick left up into Ramus. Break about the 50 board for these things, I suspect. Probably 75. Hairpin right at Ramus. Then you start going down the hill. Now I've no idea how you pronounce this, but Schlossgold, I think it is Schlossgold. We'll call it that anyway because it sounds funny. Into Schlossgold. Got to be careful. A bit off camber, downhill braking, very hard to stop the car and get it turned. So should be an interesting one. And you flick it through the right-hander and come up towards Rauch. It's really long left-hander, bit of a late apex on it, bring it out towards the curb, then into Worth. As you wander over to possible, flick it in. So a bit too much for Jamie because he's twitched the car through the middle of it. As he allows a car through. I believe now we're waiting for Gaza. We're just going through Schlossgold. Oh, and Gaza loses the rear end. He's touched the curb and back end's just gone around through Rauch. Go through Worth and down towards the penultimate corner, which is called Rind. So after the famous Formula 1 driver, I suspect, Jochen Rind. Let it coast, ready for the start of his lap. Then the final corner, the Red Bull Mobile. And we're not going to see that because he's gone into the pit lane. Remember, this is a top 5 reverse grid. So let's find out what the championship standings are. So, championship standings are as follows. Gaza 123 does lead this, so he'll be starting at the back of the pack on 52 points, with Boyer Axa 14 starting second from last. He's on 49 points. Jamie WRX will be starting third from last. He's on 43. Linscott Live 85 will be starting from 6th place. He's fourth in the championship on 29 points. NGR Fraser. He'll be starting from 5th on the grid. He's 5th in the championship with 27. Commentating Diz is on 22 with Adam Morris also on 22. The Les is on 19 with Sandwalk 3 also on 19. Webby's of Johnny's on 15. Ginger Poisson on 14. 644 on 13. Cop Marco on 11. Slider Gas 28 on 10. Yorkshire Stig on 9. F124YS on 7. Kaz Cage, CZ82 and Turbo Peak all have not scored. Jamie's done a 250 as specified by himself to the group. Jamie enters. Ramus. Seeks currently our pole sitter on a 134.4. 8 minutes and 37 to go. Sandwalk 3 is currently 135.3. Baby's a Johnny on a 136.7. Jamie's done his 250. Boy Rex has done his 3 minutes. Peace Live 85 will be around about 2 minutes 40. I believe that is NGR Fraser setting his time of a 2.5 minutes, and Gaza just doesn't have to set a time at all. He can, however, go out and have a practice. See, he's constantly going back in the pits instead. NGR Fraser sets his 2 minutes 30. Peace Live 85 is there. Gaza coming out of the pit lane. Seeks crossing the line for another lap. Doesn't go any quicker though. He's got 7/10 advantage over Sandwalk, and Webby's Johnny just coming back out of the pits. So we have 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Sliding Gas there, currently in 4th. Fraser's done. He's got Live is in his correct position, as is Jamie, Boyeraxa and Gaza. Sandlock 3 just coming down towards Rind. Across the line goes fastest with a 134.1. He's now a 10th ahead of 644, who's now warming up his tyres, ready for his next run. He's got 6 minutes and 19 seconds to do something about that time though, but Slider Gas pops in a 134.2. This means the top 3 now really getting tight. Seeks puts in a 134.2 now to go second quickest. He's now 62 thousandths even away from Sandwalk 3. This qualifying session just got very interesting. Web user Johnny currently 2.2 behind Sandwalk 3. Ignore the times from Fraser, Piscon Live 85, Jamie, Boyeraxa 14 and Gaza. That is obviously not their actual pace. They are doing that because it's a top 5 reverse grid at the back of the grid. Sandlock 3 coming around to complete his next lap. Into the final corner at the Red Bull Mobile. Across the line, goes even quicker, sets a 1:33.8. Seek's now coming back out of the pits though. Sliding gas, can he get any quicker to get up back up into second place? The answer is no, he's slower on that lap around. Bit of history, the Red Bull Ring started off as the Österreich Ring in 1969. And the layout, see the layout, nothing really changed until 1977, where they added a chicane as the first corner, rather than a straight up 90-degree right bend. And everything was pretty much the same. They shortened the Bosch curve, which is no, the Schloss, where Six is now, has spun. That used to be the Bosch curve. That got a bit shorter. And then this layout came in 1996, ahead of when it was classified as the A1 ring. And a lot of people still do class it as the A1 ring, not the Red Bull ring. Obviously, Aston Martin Red Bull Racing purchasing this circuit, making it the Red Bull Ring in 2011. Now the A1 ring had three different layouts compared to the two that it holds now. Project Cars does have all three, I believe. But yeah, a bit of history really that. But we'll go back to the action because we've got 3 minutes left. Seeks comes across the line. He's going to start a new lap. Slider Gas has taken pole position at the moment at 1:33.4. So a lot of time to find for this man who's in the barriers. Sandwalk is done for qualifying then. 2.5 minutes to go. There is Slider Gas. He's got live 85, doing quite well in the championship so far. He's looking to score a few points to help his championship along in the number 28 machine. Obviously into the barriers. There's Jamie. Jamie's had a bit of a problem there. That's an interesting place to spin the car, going down towards Schlossgold. Because waiting on the pit straight. There's Siegs recovering from his current lap. Sliding Gas going to come across the line. Can he go any faster than 1:33.4? The answer is no, he can't. Siegs is going to have one more chance here to get his lap right. He's going to build a bit of a gap to Johnny. Make sure he doesn't catch him on the way up. Good evening, Ginge. How are you, mate? Good to see you. .644 crosses the line. Let's have a lap with him then. Into Castrol Edge, up towards Ramus then. Massive flag. This is going to be slipstream heaven for these cars coming up towards Ramus. Now, if you did watch my POV of the Mercedes touring cars around here before this race, bit of a twitch into Ramus, but all okay at the moment. You can see this even in the wets. The slipstream effect is quite good. Hopefully, Ginger's got my message of hello. Down into Schlossgold then. Hit the brakes. Nicely turned in. Bring in the throttle out now. Yes. Running towards the curb, but don't take too much. He's taking a little bit too much, but he's got away with it. Down into Rauch we go. It should be an interesting race, especially around here with the slipstream. He's got a little bit sideways through Rauch, but nothing too major. He's managed to get away with it again. And into Worth, he's taken a big chunk out of the circuit. I don't think that's helped him either, to be honest. Yeah, Slipstream and obviously the top 5 coming from the back of the pack should make this race very interesting and fun to watch. Into Rind and into Red Bull Mobile. That's again a bit wide, not going to help him. He's kept it pinned. Sliding gas 133.1, and yeah, that you can see that hasn't helped Six at all. A 133.1 currently for Slide Gas, and he is still running around, potentially going to get a faster lap. See if anyone is watching. Oh, that's Slide Gas round. What's he done there? Let's have a look back on the stream. Yeah, he just lost the rear, caught the grass, and that's him gone round. And the end of qualifying. So Slide Gas 28 takes pole position from Sandwalk 3, 644, web user Johnny in 4th. Fraser, Peacock Live 85, Jamie, Boyraxa, and Gaza. Okay, their times may look very, very slow, but they are purposeful and not true value because of the top 5 of first grid. But we'll have the 2-minute ready up screen. It'll be interesting to know actually at the end of the race who your driver of the night is for this race, and potentially who you think is going to win this, with Sliding Gas looking quite racy and the top 5 we're not really knowing what sort of pace they have from the championship. So from 5th down to 9th, it'll be interesting to see what sort of pace they have, because they are in essence at the moment the quicker guys in the league. You have just joined us. We're just waiting for the race getting away. We're in the ready up screen period. They will have about another minute and 10 to get ready. If they don't race. Seconds to get everyone readied up. We will know when they're ready because it will start saying sinking in on the screen, and we'll get ready to rumble around Red Bull Ring for 35 minutes. Beautiful track to drive. Should be a hell of a race. Just 12 seconds then. If anyone hasn't readied up after another 9 seconds, they won't be racing. 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we've all made it in, so we have the 9 drivers ready. We have synced in 3 red lights. We are racing at Red Bull Ring. Who's going to have the best start coming off the grid? It looks like Sliding Gas had a great start, but Sandwalk 3 is actually down on the inside, going up towards the first corner. And Sandwalk 3 currently takes the lead. He's run a bit wide though. And a bit of bunching behind. Who's that behind? That is Jamie WX. Had a phenomenal start from near the back of the grid. He's up into 4th. He's now looking down the inside of Six, and up front we have Sliding Gas down the inside of Sandwalk. Sliding Gas down the inside and into the lead. And Jamie somehow managed to creep up into 2nd place. I think Sandwalk had a bit of a bad exit. And now Six joining the party, coming down towards Schloss Gold. Jamie looking around the outside. Be a hell of a move. Not quite going to work, and that's carnage behind. Six and Sandwalk. Both off. So a bit of contact there, but back with Jamie Jamie WRX. Can't remember his new name, to be honest. Obviously since the PSN name change. Fraser currently sat, and behind now we have Webby's Johnny Gazza down the inside, going through Worth. Lovely move to move himself up. Boyrax in fourth at the moment. Jamie really looking racy behind Slider Gas. As we head through Rind and into Red Bull Mobile for the first time. A much better exit from Jamie. Can he make any use of it? Not quite. Amazingly, Slider Gas obviously not gaining an advantage there because he's lost time, but not as much as Jamie would have liked him to, I would have thought. Boyrax S14's had issues. He's now down into 8th place, so the man in 2nd place in the championship all the way down in 8th, and that's not going to help his hopes of getting this title. He's got I-85 up into 6th at the moment. I think that's where he started. Johnny, Gazza, Fraser, Jamie still on the tail of Slider Gas. Yeah, those engines scream with pain as they come down into Schlossgold for the second time. Jamie always looking for a way past here. He's in the championship hunt at the moment. And at the moment he's got to take advantage of having Gazza down in 4th. He's catching up to Fraser though. Johnny's made a mistake, and that's going to be 6th through into 5th place. There's Piscotty 85. He's looking to take advantage as well. He does take advantage of that misfortune for Webby's Johnny. He's up into 6th place now. Meanwhile, I wish we could have a camera that sat on top and looking behind from Slider Gas. That would be pretty damn cool. But we don't have that, unfortunately. On board with Jamie as we go on to lap number 3. 31 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Through the first corner, up towards Ramus. Both of them hitting the brakes. Jamie slightly later, but not by a lot there. Back end getting a little loose. Gazza still behind Fraser at the moment. And Wimpy Johnny now hassling Piscotty I-85 as they head into Ramus, and Boyrax S14 not far behind that. Back to the man in the number 2 machine who's trying to fight with the man in the number 12. These two getting away now, 3.7 seconds ahead of Fraser. See the slightly variant lines there. Slider Gas really is holding his own right now. Meanwhile, Johnny has Boyrax S14 right on him. These are British cars, so right-hand drive. Boyrax are struggling here to get past Webby's Johnny. Although carrying a hell of a lot more pace through Rin, down to Red Bull Mobile. Still can't quite get the run. Meanwhile, here comes Jamie. He's got the slipstream coming up towards Ramus. He's going to pull down to the inside of the corner. As they hit the brakes down the inside. So you guys going to try and ring around. Oh, he has done it. A little wobble from Jamie there on the inside. Gazza trying to do the same to Fraser. And again, the same net result, but they are still side by side coming down towards Schlossgold. On the inside, Gazza completes the move. But Fraser looking for a switch back on the exit as we head up towards Rauk for the 4th time. Gazza has it covered though. Boyrax has passed Jamie. Not Jamie, Johnny, sorry. There he is going, completing the move. And Gazza completes the move on Fraser. On lap number 4, that puts him up into 3rd. Peaceful Live 85 has a bit of an issue there because he's now behind with his Johnny, and he's got Sandrock 3 right on him. Goes to defend through Rind. There's a Red Bull Mobile. I will say 2 wheels must be on the curb. You allow 2 wheels on the green stuff. Before 4 wheels go onto the green stuff, it is a breach of track limits. Unless no advantage is gained. Those track limits are off. Jamie's lost a second. He's now 1.5 down on Sidegas. So Sidegas is home free at the moment. Meanwhile, Peaceful Live 85 has got Sandrock down the inside of him. Who's gone into web user Johnny? The idea was there from Sandrock. He just braked slightly too late and couldn't quite stop himself from going into Johnny, but that helps Peaceful Live 85 a little bit. And Jamie has had some real problems. Either that, or he's tried being a little bit clever here. I think Jamie's trying to be a bit clever here with 27 minutes to go. And I do know Jamie and Gazza do team up a little bit. So I reckon Jamie's decided, let's back off, get Gazza in behind me, and let's push together to go and catch up with Sidegas, because having the slipstream with these cars is absolutely pivotal to whether you win the race or not. If you lose that slipstream, it's very, very hard to catch the car back up in front, unless you are like a second or two a lap faster. Meanwhile, web user Johnny still has Sandrock right behind him, coming into Castrol Edge. This for their 6th time. Sandrock going to the outside. We'll look for a switchback, I think. Oh, and he absolutely nailed it. Great move from Sandrock 3. He couldn't have done that more perfect if he tried. And here comes Johnny looking to back down the inside of Shoshgold. That's not quite going to work out, I don't think. It's quite a hard corner to overtake on, although he has forced a slight error from Sandrock running a little bit wide. I'm intrigued to see the times of Jamie and Gazza. Oh, Johnny is round. A bit too much curb, sends the Radical spinning. Gazza is now ahead. What's happened? Jamie's at another moment. He's now down into 4th place. So what turned out to be a cracking start and potentially a great battle for the lead really has deteriorated. Jamie making a few mistakes here. And there goes Siegs in the background. Not ideal for Jamie here, because he's now behind Gazza, who is effectively a rival in the championship. But he's now losing more, even though he's gaining points on Boy Ragsa. He's actually lost a few just from going down a few places. Sidegas has been pretty much untouchable at the moment. He's doing 134, he's the only man in them. Seek's on a 133 last time around, which is a bloody quick time. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good time actually from Seek's at 133.7. That might be potentially the fastest lap. 133.5 from Sidegas. Yeah, 133.5 from Sidegas. He's really rocked along. This Gazza now 7.4 seconds behind. Sidegas comes across the line. He's on a 34.3. Gazza 34.7, so he lost 4/10 that time around. 33.9 from Jamie. He's starting to push now with 23 minutes to go. Feel like a stage where it's quite spread out. So mistakes catching people out. Gaza and Fraser are close in proximity, but Fraser's slower than Gaza at the moment. Jamie hits the brakes into Schloss Gold. Number 2 machine. On the last lap was the quickest man on the circuit. And hello, we have Sandwalk 3 with P-Score Live 85 on track now with a battle. Number 24. Number 24 is running a bit wide on the grass. That's going to give Sandwalk a sniff of blood at the moment. This for 7th place. The man in the number 9 machine. Starting to look a little bit racy compared to number 24. As they head through Worth. Sandwalk trying to find that gap, trying to force the error. They get the brakes into Rind. You look around the outside. That's not quite going to work for Sandwalk, although he may get a good run coming out of Red Bull Mobile. So, and P-Score Live 85 spun it round on the final corner. And he's decided to do some donuts. It's not quite the end of the race, and here comes web user Johnny to put salt in that wound. He's got Live 85 down to last place then. Sliding Gas right now doing plenty to build the gap to Gaza. But this is what I mean, Jamie is quick. He's just constantly in the 133s at the moment. Absolutely ripping time out of Fraser. Into Rind with 20 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Red Bull Mobile. And you'll have to excuse me a minute, I've just got to swap my battery pack for my headset. There we go. So, hopefully that didn't blow your eardrums off. Down then towards Schloss Gold. Jamie WX and Fraser. This battling over for the final podium place. And again, Jamie in the 33s that last time around. Although Fraser will not make this easy for him. P-Score Live 85, still trying to hunt down. And by the way, Boy S14 has actually got past Seeks now. Back to the main battle so far. Number 16 versus number 2. Jamie continues on then. Looking to the inside. He's going to dive up the inside. Looks like he will do. Again, the back end. Stepping out. I think he's on the loose setup. And that's really unsettling the car, trying to take that turn that tight. The car doesn't seem to enjoy it so much. As they head into Schlossgold here for the 11th time. If you come up towards the halfway point. Of this race. I'm going to say 35-minute race. And you have to feel Jamie now starting to get a bit bulked up behind Fraser. He knows he's quicker. Although the pair of them working together might actually still keep reeling in Gaza here. But Jamie probably keen to get past. He knows he's the quicker man. 133.9 from Slider Gas. Great time. 133.9 from Gaza. 134s from Fraser and Jamie S. So this is costing them time right now. Fraser well within his right to keep Jamie behind, but here he goes again up into Amos down the inside, and he's got to make sure the car doesn't get twitchy. He doesn't. He's got the drive out. Fraser a little bit wide, but Jamie gets his job done. Now can he hold it coming up towards Schlossgold? That answer is yes, he can. Job done then for Jamie. He needs to get away now from Fraser, or try and use Fraser to push him along a little bit, because obviously the way the drafting works in P cars too. And you can just see there Jamie taking time really out of Gaza. He's now 4.4 behind him. He head up in towards Rind. The brakes into Red Bull Mobile, and up to the line they come. What's going to be about 4.8 then, 4.9, 5, 4.9 then for Jamie to make up here. Let's see what we can do without having to try and overtake or battle Fraser now. This is going to be where the time is told, because if Jamie's now quicker than Gaza, he's got 15.5 minutes to sort. To get that gap down and really start fighting for that second place. It looks like Slider Gas is away unless he makes a mistake at the moment. He's been driving really, really well without any mistakes. See Jamie trying to push the car, putting it in a little bit sideways into Amos. Down into Schlossgold for the 13th time. On board there in the cockpit, this is what you see, to a degree. So you're not quite perfect with the what the human eye would make out. But the guys in game are in cockpit view. This is roughly what they will see. Obviously, yeah, field of view settings may be slightly different. So obviously, again, everyone's a little bit different, but this is the general consensus. And I don't know what's happened. Not really a lot, but the gap is closing. Yeah, it looks like 2/10 for Jamie on Gaza, but Slider Gas on 135.6 has got a bit of a slow time there. Good 1.5 seconds slower, to be honest, and he can't do too many of those because it won't be long if he keeps doing that, and Gaza will be on his tail. We just know what's everyone's thoughts on the race so far. We're over halfway through it. What's everyone's thoughts? It'd be interesting to know. You need to watch Jamie trying to push that radical SR3. Whilst this is a little bit quieter now. We do thank Emily Linscott. She is the sponsor for this league. Fantastic to have her on board, and obviously good luck to her from over on NXTGEN for her racing season this year. But it does really help us when a racing driver decides to sponsor a sim racing league. I mean, this is a growing sport now. I mean, in Germany it is classified as an official sport, so it's an official form of motorsport in Germany. So it is definitely growing. And every racing driver remembers their roots on a favourite racing game. And Fraser's made a mistake in the background. And Jamie has set a 33.5. He is absolutely motoring along. But yeah, all thanks to Emily and Scott for sponsoring this. Is much appreciated, and I know Jamie appreciates it, being the host of the league. It is quite useful and generally very exciting to see. As Jamie enters Ramus. No, he's trying to push it. Just overstepping the mark on that one, trying to get the power down as early as possible. But Slidergas really is losing time now. 6.5 seconds the gap. Let's hope he's not taking his foot off the gas too much now. Through Worth. Jamie's still pushing. I think this lap not a best one. He's a bit of a messy lap here for Jamie. Definitely could have been a lot better, but I think he still managed to take time out of Gaza and Slider. Slider 34.6, Gaza 34.1, Jamie a 33.7. Jamie really reeling him in then. As Jamie now enters Schloss Gold. He's only 3.5 now behind Gaza. Closing fast, but he's also fast, running out of time with 9 minutes and 52 to go. Not only that, boy, Rex behind is starting to close in on Fraser a little bit there. Fraser 37.3, obviously he had a bit of an incident. But he's got to go careful because Boy Rex now will be catching him in the late stages of this race. I believe Sandwalk just got past Seeks 44. That's for 6th place. 33.8. Yes, a 140.8 for Seeks. That's a bad time from him. He runs a bit wide there through Castrol Edge. Sidergas constantly hemorrhaging time right now. The gap now for 5.4. Here comes Boy Rex though. He's catching up to Fraser. at a rate of knots at the moment. As we know, Boyrax is the 4-time back-to-back winner of the Race of Winners here at NXTGEN. Profoundly one of the favourites for any league he joins. He will always be one of the favourites to potentially take that title. Finding it a little bit more difficult at the moment in the Radical though. He's behind Gaza and he's losing points to not only Gaza but also Jamie at the moment. Jamie only 3 seconds behind Gaza at the moment with 8 minutes to go. But Boyraxa starting to shape up Fraser. If you take Fraser, this would be a good step towards keeping Jamie behind him in this championship. Even though it's only round 4, it's only just a third of the way through the championship, your mind does start to go with what could potentially happen here in this championship. They hit the brakes into Ramus down towards Schlossgold. Here comes Boyraxa 14. Jamie another 2/10 out of Gaza, and Gaza another 8/10 out of Slider Gas. Boyraxa 14 coming down now towards Rauk. Into Rind we go. 35-1 from Slide Gas. He's lost a lot more time. 34-0, 35, 33-7 by Jamie. 4.2 the gap. Slide Gas is losing this lead. He's built it up quite comfortably and he's now starting to lose it. Five minutes 55 to go. Can Boyraxa find a way through here? Well, he's got a better exit out of Ramus. Really look at Schlossgold as a potential opportunity. No, he's tucked back in. Into Worth. Boyraxa will start to get a bit frustrated. He's not overtaken him yet. Going into Rind. No chance from here. I'll look for a good... I think I'll look for a run out of the final corner now. Maybe to take him alongside before turn number 1 at Castrol Edge. That's exactly what he's done. And has he achieved that? I've got a feeling Fraser ran a bit wide and just took a little bit of liberty, but he might get away with that because he's not actually lost any time. So he's not really gained any time at all on Boyraxa. However, I do feel Boyraxa would have gained a significant more. Up towards Ramus. Oh, Boyraxa probably now thinking he should have gone for a bit of a move to the inside there. Well, Slaygas is lead now down to 3 seconds. He is surely not liking the way this gap is coming down for the lead. Through Schlossgold up towards Rauk we go. with Boyraxa and Fraser. This on the 20th lap. Boyraxa alongside into Worth. That's going to be done deal. Fantastic move from the four-time row winner. Meanwhile, the gap at the front now down to 2.8 seconds. Another 1.2 Slider Gas is lost. And Gaza has lost another 3/10 to Jamie. The gap now 2.5 between Gaza and Slider Gas, 2.2 between Gaza and Jamie. 3 minutes to go. I reckon we're going to have this one and two more potentially. Slider Gas cannot keep losing it at 1.2 per lap. Especially as Gaza will now start to hopefully look for the slipstream. That's it out there. Jamie, the fastest man on the circuit right now. Has been for a long time at the moment in this race. Gaza smells blood though, he's only 1.9 behind. Into Red Bull Mobile. We're going to have two more laps to go. We go on to the penultimate lap then. 34.6 from Slider, 33.8, that is now another 8/10. Jamie has 33.5, another 3/10 out of Gaza. To feel Gaza now starting to get within range of potentially, I mean, I think he's got about another 8/10 to pick up on Slider Gas, but he's going to start gradually getting that toe, as will Jamie on Gaza now, 1.9 between them. I think this is where Slider Gas tends to struggle, is through this section here compared to Gaza. He's already lost half a second or more this time around. He's constantly dropping time now through these corners. Gaza now really starting to push this car. He's now 1.2. Jamie is now suffering because Gaza, I think, has just managed to pick up a touch of slipstream with a second between them. We have 1 second between the two leaders now. 1.2 across the line, onto the final lap we go then. Can Slider Gas hold on? He lost 9/10 last time around. If he does that again, he's safe. Jamie's almost had a massive moment in the background. Someone get him a few new overalls, because that was a bit scary. That could have ended in absolute tears for the host. Into Ray as we go then. Just under a second. Gaz will be helping now with slipstream. He'll start closing on Slider Gas through the straights. Now to Schlossgold they go, up towards Raug for the final time. Lap 23. Slider Gas, he's losing time, constantly losing time. He's going to be... Could he be Gaza's a victim of Gaza coming towards the final couple of corners? Half a second between them now. And that slipstream kicking in on Gaza. He's now got it down under a half a second into Rind. Who's going to have the best exit coming out of Red Bull Mobile? I think it's going to be Slidergas. Slidergas does hold on. He wins at Red Bull Ring. Followed by Gazza, followed by Jamie, WRX. Boyraxa comes home fourth. Very patient drive from Boyraxa 14. He'll come home for a fourth. Fraser a top 5 finish in fifth. I think I'll be pleased with that one. Sandwalk 3 will hold on for 6th place. Bit of a shame considering his position at the start and his potential pace there today. But for Just Ways Motorsport, Seek's trying to demolish the car a bit too early as he finishes in 7th place. Web user Johnny though, and Peaceful Live 85 not finished really with their battle. One of them makes a mistake through the final set of corners. The other one will benefit, but Web user Johnny currently holding that 8th place. No engine cover from Johnny, no front cover from Peaceful Live 85, but here comes Web user Johnny. Round the final corner. Web user Johnny will come home in 8th place. And Peaceful Live 85 will finish off in 9th and last. So Slidergas 28 will win tonight, followed by Gazza 20, 123, Jamie WRX, Boyraxa 14, NGR Fraser, Sandwalk 3, Seeks 44, Webster Johnny, and Peaceful Live 85. The next round for the Radicals, the Linscott Radical SR3s, will be Road America next week. So next Friday, Road America. Again, another slipstream heaven for these cars, but it's been a cracking finish to the race. But from myself and everyone here, thank you to Emily Linscott for sponsoring the league. Very much appreciated, very much help to everyone, and also thank you to the viewers for watching. It's been a pleasure as always, but from me and the Radicals, thank you all for watching tonight and enjoy the rest of your evening.